The first thing to do is select your workflow. To do this, click on your name at the top right, click on Admin System, click on Manage Users, then click on your name. Scroll down and select your workflow. While you're there, add an hourly charge-out rate for invoicing at a later time. To add new users, simply click on Add a User manually, obviously add their name, their email, and select a workflow. New roles can be created here under Roles. Now let's add some suppliers. Simply click Add a Supplier. To input your tax rate, simply click Add a Tax Rate. Now click on Client Settings. Here add your VAT number and your hourly charge-out rate for quotes, and add your terms and conditions. Now click on Job Emails, check your details are correct here, make sure there's something everywhere in these boxes, and upload your logo. Here is the Help menu. Click on your name and click Help to get to the Help menu. Submit a request to us here. To add a new contact, let's get started. Simply click on the Add a Contact and just keep following the next button. It's really very straightforward. Once the contact is added, you can click on their name to view their details. Let's add a quote. Simply follow the steps, select the address, add any reference or purchase order number that you've received. When you're ready, you can click Approve. Let's view the quote. This is what it would look like. This is what the customer will receive. They can simply click the Accept button to accept it. Let's send it off to them right now, once we're happy with it. Once they respond to you and accept, you click on the View button and simply convert the quote to a job. Now you can select who you're going to assign to the job, put in the date and the time, and the job will be added. Let's look at jobs. Click the Jobs tab. This is what a work order or job sheet looks like. They can edit their time, they can mark the tasks as underway, they can add notes, and they can go back and edit these notes if they wish to. If more items have been used, they can add them here. The customer can sign off the job as being done and complete. Then when it's all done, the engineer will select Completed. There's a couple of checks to make sure everything is done correctly, and it's all updated. Let's look at the jobs list. To add a new job, simply click on Add a Job. It couldn't be simpler. It will already be assigned to the user you've selected and on the date that you've given them. Just add in some tasks and save it, and it's all finished. Now let's go and look at a completed job, because we can now process an invoice. You have choices of how you prepare the invoice. Let's view an invoice and see what it looks like. You can edit the descriptions if you want. When you're ready, click Approve. You will notice down the bottom you can receive a payment and record the receipt of the payment here. You can also just email it straight out to your customer. Now let's look at creating a purchase order for a job. Simply click on Orders. Let's look at a stock purchase order. Select a warehouse, which can be a vehicle or a warehouse location or a project site. Start typing the name of the item that you want to add. Enter the quantity. Select the version of that product. And now you can view what the actual purchase order would look like when you send it off. Of course, it will have your logo here and your details, and it will have a purchase order number. So you can click Send. Now let's look what happens when you receive those goods back into your store, into your vehicle, you pick them up, whatever. Simply add the purchase order number. You can click Receive All if there's a long list to save adding them, or you can add the receipt of the items one at a time. To check stock levels, just click on the Stock button and choose the warehouse you wish to look at. Now you're set to go. Have fun!